60 years ago, I ran for school office. I had to give an election speech, and I remember walking across the stage up to the podium, the crowd politely clapping. I remember the sudden quiet as the audience focused entirely on me. I stared back at their attentive faces. The auditorium was covered in a heavy silence. They waited for me to speak, and I could not. I was frightened into silence. I was unable to say a word. I could not speak, so I turned around and walked off the stage. Like Peter, I saw the wind blowing. I became afraid. It was a humiliating incident, but I eventually got over it, but largely by avoiding, whenever possible, speaking in public. Speaking in public became my stormy waters and treacherous sea. Not speaking in public became the safety of the boat. Later in life, I felt called to serve Christ. I felt called to be a teacher and later to be a priest. I had pretty much avoided public speaking most of my life and now found myself being called into two professions in which public speaking was very important, if not central. I knew I would have to deal with an ancient fear that I long ago had not even tried to overcome. I had to try and get out of the boat. I had to ask Christ for help. And he did, and he does. I never again walked off stage. And although every time I speak in public, I feel anxious, I also feel closer to Christ, and I have a faith that grows. I feel following Christ and believing in God is such a wonderful adventure now. Faith never stops growing when you step into the fear, when we step out of the boat to follow Christ.